What's up, everybody? I wanted to drop this quick video. This is Maximum Black of the Overdrive 3G. And something just came to my attention that I thought was completely fucked up. And I'm tired of this shit. And I decided to say something about it. Shout out to my brother BGS. I mean, we've had disagreements. I don't always agree with BGS, but he didn't deserve what happened to him. None of us deserve it. This doxing thing has gone way past bedtime. And it's time something be done about it. And it's time that something be done to the people who are doing it. What has happened to him, what has happened to Nyla, Taz, it's nothing good at all. We are Black people. We are on this YouTube space. We're Black people. We're trying to find our way. We are trying to build something, well, some of us anyway. But there are some of us who are still mentally primitive and still stuck in some kind of destructive mode and have a sensationalized desire to hurt other Black people. Turning on your own kind like you're some kind of rabid dog, not caring who you hurt, whether it be the innocent children. I'm seeing people's personal information being put out on social media, their children. People they love the most are being affected by this. People they love the most are being put in harm's way. Understand something, this is not a game. There's nothing funny about putting someone's personal life, private life, and endangering the welfare of their loved ones out in the open when we live in a world of maniacs and lunatics. People like to kidnap children, child molest, all kinds of filth out there. We fight back and forth on YouTube. We bicker back and forth like bitches every now and then. We call each other out of our names every now and then. We fight and debate over this point and that point. But who cares? It's just YouTube. It's nothing personal. For some people on YouTube, their mind is primitive and dysfunctional. And they seem to think everything that happens on YouTube is real, and they take it to heart. And they build up some kind of real life resentment towards another person, and then they want to go after their families. And some kind of cowardly behind the screen keyboard type antic that they think is funny. It's all fun and games until somebody gets hurt. It's all fun and games until somebody loses their life. Putting people's personal information on display in front of the whole world is no laughing matter. And it certainly isn't a game. What have we become? when we no longer care or value each other's lives. We no longer care about children. We no longer value the lives of children. Everything is a get back. Everything is I'm emotionally broken and I can't get over something as simple as a disagreement. So let me go and attack your family. Let me go and attack people who have nothing to do with what's going on between you and I. Let me go and attack people who did not attack me. Let me go and attack people who are minding their own business and trying to live their lives day to day. They have no idea that you have some kind of broken, emotional state of existence that you somehow can't seem to get any help for. And the only thing that makes you feel better is that you want to hurt other people. What happened to BGS? What happened to Nyla, Taz, and any other people that are being doxxed? It pisses me off. It should piss off everyone. We shouldn't allow this to go on. These people have to be stopped before someone loses their life, before someone gets hurt, before it's taken to a point to where there is no turning back. Understand, this is not a game. There's nothing funny about what's happening to these people. So what we have our disagreements on YouTube. It's just YouTube. So what if we flail back and forth and argue back and forth like cackling bitches on YouTube? So what? It should never come to this. No one's private life should be exposed and their children's lives put in danger. It's time this stuff comes to an end, and the people who are doing it need to be dealt with. What's wrong with us that we don't even want to protect innocent children? If you don't care about the adult, what about the children who have done nothing to anyone, who have no idea what's going on, who are trying to go to school, who are trying to live their lives as children, playing with other children? What happens if an attacker comes along because they got the information off the internet and abduct them because they know where they are, and brutalize that child, torture that child, and murder that child? You know, the sad part about that is some of you will probably think that if that happened, you will probably think it's funny. And it isn't. You will probably think it's a game, and it isn't a game. To stop this kind of intrusion, it's going to take a collective effort of every one of us on YouTube to band together as one singular force and deal with the vermin who are putting innocent children's lives in danger by exposing their parents' personal information. If you don't care about the adult, at least you can do is care about the children. They have no dog in this fight. They have done nothing to no one. All they've done is be children. I am tired of hearing about people being doxxed. It broke my heart to hear that brother talk about his daughter. It broke my heart to hear Nyla talk about her daughter, her children. Why isn't it breaking your heart? Again, this is YouTube. We cackle back and forth like bitches every now and then because we black folk, that's just what we do. But it's YouTube. It should never spill over into real life. It should never cross a line that can no longer be crossed back over. Because when someone dies, there's no going back. That was a Charles Clark in the house. Charles, if you want to come up and add a few words. This has to stop. We have to stop it. I don't want any one of your children to be at risk. You shouldn't want any of our children to be at risk either. We are black people and we are all we have. No one is coming to rescue us. No one is coming to help us. These acts of doxing and docking people's personal information are acts of despicable human beings who have no regard for life, recklessly putting the lives of innocent children at risk by exposing sensitive and personal information. This is crossing the damn line. Understand, this is crossing the damn line. What has happened to BGS, what has happened to Nyla and Taz and the others is unacceptable. It's unforgivable. And something needs to be done about it. Whether we have to put together a petition, whatever we need to do, we need to come together, have a meeting. This has to stop before someone loses their life. This is no laughing matter. This is no game. There are maniacs, lunatics who prey on children out there lurking about, searching on the internet, looking for ways to kidnap and torture little girls and little boys. What do you think they can do with information that leads them right to the child's doorstep or to the child's school? Think about that. Think about that if that was your son or your daughter. So what? We argue and fight on YouTube. I don't give a damn about that. You shouldn't give a damn about that either. But I give a damn about this. Do I agree with Brother BGS on everything? Hell no. But I give a damn about his family, his children. They are innocent in all of this. I give a damn about Nyla and Taz's family and their children. They are innocent in all of this. But the people who are doing this don't give a damn about any of us, our children, any of us. And they sit up on their channels and make videos like it's a game, like it's funny, and they threaten other people. Trying to scare everyone. It's time that we stop being scared. It's time that we band together and do whatever we got to do. Call everybody, somebody call a damn meeting. I'll be there. Whether we need to get a petition, whether we need to, whatever the F we got to do to drive these motherfuckers off YouTube, off of social media, period. Was BGS, Nyla, Taz? Okay, I'm sitting on Discord, y'all. 1 second. Get my Discord set up. Was BGS, Nyla, and Taz, and the others who have been victims of these despicable acts should not have to worry about their children and family and their loved ones being put in jeopardy simply because they have YouTube channels and you have emotionally weak individuals that they encounter who would rather than seek help for their emotional conditions. They'd rather take that weakness out on innocent children. I usually don't stream this early during the day. I usually stream at night, and I will stream later on again at night at my regular time. But this deserved immediate attention. Listening to BGS made me angry, extremely angry. I'd rather BGS be on YouTube with his Coliseum and me and him going back and forth and disagreeing. I'd rather that go on than to hear what I heard from him today. I'd rather disagree with the brother from here until doomsday than to hear what I heard from him today. It shouldn't go down like that. It shouldn't be like that. We shouldn't treat each other this way. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Okay, I'm gonna put it in Discord right now. All right, it's in the general chat in Discord. Waiting for Charles Faulkner Jr. to come on up. He's going to say a few words and tell you how he feels about this. And then we're going to shut it down. We're going to restream. Woo, there he is.
What's up, man?
Officer Charles Faulkner Jr.
Woo. Shout out to BGS. We had some good times for this almost 3-year ride.
Speak up, Charles. Your mic's too low. Charles, your mic's too low.
Oh, I'm glad. I probably got to do my Bluetooth. Can you hear me?
I can hear you now, yeah. Well, let me turn the music down a little.
I said, shout out to BGS. We had a good ride for almost 3 years. Woo! A lot of learning, a lot of a lot of shit talking.
Yeah. You know what? And you know what? I don't want to see him go. It's fucked up what happened to him, man.
No. And see, didn't we just talk about this bullshit less than a week ago? Hell,
Yeah.
this is the reason why I don't even associate with a certain clout of people anymore. Because they want to get this YouTube shit confused from real life. When a motherfucker's allowed to say to me, you should take your service weapon and kill yourself, what the fuck is up with that? And people still follow you?
Yeah.
When people start doxing and putting social security numbers, stalking their children, yes, his daughter might be an adult, but that's still the man's daughter.
That's right. Still his child.
And I just spoke again. Did we not speak against this shit just less than a couple of days ago?
Yeah, and who the fuck said that anyway? What does it matter if she's an adult or not?
Because you got some ignorant motherfuckers, right? And see, this is what's truly cowardly, is that you're allowed to hide behind this goddamn wall called the internet. And nobody can put their fucking hands on you. Nobody can show you reality versus fantasy. And I made it quite clear, no, you don't do shit like that. You got these people who have an ideological difference against what somebody says, and you want to dox and bother their family. Are you that much of a fucking coward?
They think it's a game, Charles. They think it's funny until somebody gets hurt.
Like I
or
told
somebody
them,
gets killed.
like I said, I've said this to people before. You don't sell death to a death dealer. There's three things you don't do to a man. You don't mess with his family, his money, and his woman. And a lot of you derelict males and ignorant ass females don't understand that code is very, very potent. People have lost their lives because of shit like this.
Yes.
People will see, I'm going to say this, people will eliminate you for their children. And you got to realize, my mother and father used to tell me when I was a small boy, a hard head usually does what? Makes a soft ass. And see the problem is we haven't been making soft asses in a while.
Mm-hmm.
And it's funny because to whomever done this ignorant shit of doxing and stalking his daughter, stay right here, bud. Whoever done this shit, I'm just gonna say this: you lucky I don't catch you.
So, Charles, let me ask you a question. What are some of the things that people can do, man, to try to guard against this? If they have some information that someone's on YouTube doing this,
harassment. Do you know you can actually get a police report for harassment? Stalking? People don't know that's an arrestable crime.
Mm-hmm.
That's the first step of abductions, kidnapping, rapes, and murders in a lot of cases. People don't realize that shit.
Mm-hmm.
That's you got to check the psychological profile of some of these people.
Mm-hmm. This shit is bullshit, man. And it was cool, man. You know, BGS was in here last night on the paddle. It was cool to see him in here. And we don't always agree, okay? But I wouldn't wish this on anyone. This right here pisses me off, man.
You're not gonna always agree, man.
You know,
that's just part of life.
It made me angry, brother, to hear this brother talk and talk about what happened to him. It made me angry. And we gotta somehow come together on YouTube, get a petition or something, and drive these motherfuckers off of social media, period.
Yes, and I gotta say this to YouTube. Shame on you for allowing this shit to happen. Shame on you for actually not dealing with this shit while it was still manageable. Because at the end of the day, it's your fucking fault. I got it. Shame on you for that.
People's children. It's like I said, it's all fun and games until a maniac or a lunatic gets personal information to where your daughter is sleeping or to what school she goes to. And she gets abducted and brutalized and murdered.
Yeah, you don't know what these sickos on here are capable of doing. That's crazy but then if you had to deal with this motherfucker, you gotta excuse me, I'm in the store. You know, if you had to do what you had to do to protect your family, they want to put fucking criminal charges against you and not the dumbass who started it.
Hey, Charles, I'm telling you, man, if I see some of my name out there, some alphabet boys, I'm telling you, I'm not, I'm telling you.
I actually have your sentiments. I don't care if people don't like me. I really don't. To be quite honest, you're like sunlight to a Kryptonian. You give me more power, but do not put my family or anything into some bullshit that I never asked to be in. As a matter of fact, the jackass wannabe Dr. Seuss character, when I told him that, didn't understand the boundaries that I have with this shit. I don't take this shit as seriously as others. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, look what Woohoo 87 is saying, right? He's saying it's max, they dox everyone. That's the problem with Woohoo 87. There should be no doxing going on.
Exactly.
And everyone needs to band together, to come together as a collective. Whether we got to get a petition, whatever we got to do to get these motherfuckers out of here. Okay, Charles.
Because I'm just looking at this like, how long is too long? Are you gonna wait till somebody's abducted somewhere? Are you gonna wait till some child is molested or raped? What the fuck? This is the reason why I look at black people and I like, what the fuck happened to your asses? Did we become this cowardly group of people? What the fuck? And I ask this question, right? I ask it a lot. What is it gonna take to work together? What is it gonna take? My God, I hope it doesn't take tragedy. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I hope it doesn't take, some misadventure or some misfortune. You see the dangers of shit? It's like people don't know how to separate reality from make believe, entertainment from real life. But now you got this man's daughter worrying about who's stalking her, knowing her address. For what? For fucking what?
Because they don't like, yeah, hell, I don't like a lot of motherfuckers.
But if I don't see, the people don't understand. People don't understand. If I don't like somebody, I don't speak to them. Why do you
exactly.
why do you think when I had my fallout, I unsubscribed everyone? I unsubscribed them. Hell, I even took myself out of their Discord, so I don't even have to see the comments. That's what adults do. You don't hear me bothered and worrying about people who don't matter, because a lot of people don't put this together. There's a lot of miserable and horrible people out there who just want to see the world burn.
Yeah.
That's all they want.
And they don't care. And they don't care who get burned alive. They just don't care. It's showing you right now that they don't give a fuck about no one, not even children. What have we? What kind of people have we become? I remember back in the day, children were off limits. You said something about somebody's child, they will knock your fucking head off your shoulders. We don't care about children anymore.
Mm-hmm.
When did that happen?
When people stop being men, when women stop being women, when you have a bunch of cowardly people inside the community.
And you got people sitting in the chat rooms watching this shit, cracking jokes, laughing.
They enjoy it. They low-key enjoy it. But yet, these are the same motherfuckers to be like, why isn't there anybody to protect us? Same motherfuckers to be like, why isn't anybody here to donate to us? You know why? Because you spend your time on lowbrow issues.
Tell you, man, the moment I see something out there about me, I'm gonna get them alphabet boys on your ass, man.
I'm gonna just tell you, I'm gonna warn people. Go ahead. Try me. Either two things are gonna happen. Either I'm gonna deal with you myself, and whatever means that has to be done, or I'm gonna go to Interpol. And
You know the sad part about it is, Charles, a lot of them, some of them don't even realize that they're committing federal offenses.
Yes.
I mean, people's social security numbers, using people's social security, that's a federal offense.
Yeah. People don't know the stupidity they cause, man. I'm on mute for a few minutes.
Yeah. Shout out to my strong peoples in the chat. Thank Frankie Vonda Harris. Yeah, this is a spur of the moment type thing. I usually don't stream this early, but you know, watching that video BGS uploaded pissed me off. Something's we got to find a way as Black people to get our courage back. This wouldn't have been allowed back in the 60s. Are you fucking kidding me? In the 70s, children, we don't care about our own children anymore. We don't care about children. We don't care about people's families. You got a problem with me, deal with me. Don't put my family into this. They did nothing to you. You got a problem with BGS, deal with BGS. Don't put the man's family at risk. You got a problem with Nala and Taz, deal with them. Don't put their families at risk. When did we start doing this to each other? What kind of Black people are these? Somebody's child come up dead. That child's blood is on all our hands. Because we knew the people doing it and we did nothing to try to stop it. We can at least get a petition together or something. Come together, get a petition or something to get these motherfuckers off of you, off of social media. As you just said, woohoo, 87, they doxed everybody. So that means everybody is at risk. You're at risk, Christine Williams. You're at risk, Dame Frankie. You're at risk, Vonda Harris. You're at risk, Voodoo 87. Everybody who in this chat right now is at risk. I'm at risk. We are all at risk because we got these kind of rabid dogs out here who don't have any regard for life, putting innocent life in danger, in harm's way. Your daughters, your children aren't safe. They're doing it to everybody. Look at what they're doing. People's families, children. We got to come together and do whatever we got to do. Whether we have to notify YouTube, point fingers, petition, sign a petition, whatever we got to do, we have to put an end to this madness before somebody's child gets abducted, murdered, brutalized. So I'm gonna tell you right now, if it happens to one of your children, I guarantee you, you won't be laughing. You won't think it's a game. And you would want somebody, and you're going to be mad as hell. And you're going to want blood. And you're going to sit back and think, why didn't somebody do something about it? This is the real world. We have people out here who are broken, who are absolutely fucked up in the head. And they on social media trying to lure kids. Imagine how easy you would make it for them by giving them the child's information to where the child can be found. Imagine if someone put your information out there where your children can be found. Who 87 said they dox everybody. Well, if they're doxing everybody, then guess what? That means everybody's at risk, including you and me. That means everybody in this chat room today is at risk. Your families are at risk. My family is at risk.
See, it's not just
there was a movie.
It's not just about being at risk, man. It's the fact that we got away from what men used to do. We got into these female argument styles, and instead of debating people with your knowledge, we want to be pissed.
Mm-hmm.
We want to dox BGS. Have you ever noticed BGS keeps it intellectual?
Yes. BGS don't bother people.
No.
If you want to go up there and disagree with BGS, if you want to go up there and disagree with him, go up there and disagree with him.
Yeah.
He doesn't run anywhere. He welcomes your disagreement. You want to go up there and have a dialogue with him and say, hey, I don't agree with what you're saying. Oh, he's more than happy.
And remember in Black YouTube, that was the place where it was Switzerland. And that's what pissed me off even further. That motherfucker place was Switzerland.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't bother. He didn't bother you. You didn't bother him. You just left him the fuck alone. You came over there to settle beefs. You come over there to settle beefs. That's the disrespectful part. You come over there to settle beefs. Excuse me. I'm actually sounding better getting rid of this cold. But
yeah,
some people are just gonna fuck around and get themselves hurt.
Yeah, someone's going to lose a lot. Like I said, this isn't a game, people. These people are crazy.
Yeah. Do you know that actually happened to me at my job? My first year. Somebody got a hold of my personal number and my address. And a whole big investigation came out. And they were like, well, officer, are you in fear of your safety? I was like, no, I'm afraid of what I do to this motherfucker if he comes near me.
20,000 cc's, brother.
20,000 cc's and high velocity lead poisoning. See, people don't understand this land I will defend, including the land where my son lays his head. That's why people don't understand. You don't do certain shit to people.
It's people who don't have any regard for life, Plastic Ruby. It's like I said, this is no laughing matter. This is not a fucking game. There are lunatics out here. Charles and I, we're ex-military, okay? We know what kind of evil that's out here. We've faced it. Charles had faced death more than me, probably. He was out there doing rescue, so he knows what it's like to face death all the time. He faces it every day when he goes out the street now. We know what kind of motherfuckers that are out there.
Like that, what makes it shameful?
And you want to give them information that's going to lead right to the child?
You know what's fucking shameful, Max? That hurts me to my fucking core and heart. If BGS said it best, we kill our prophets.
Mm-hmm.
We kill our prophets. Here's a man with great intellect and information, and we don't promote him. And the words of my fellow Baltimorean C Boogie, the nerve of you Negroes. You sit here and you got so many people laughing about this, but people don't forget the rule of warfare. You're next.
You know, I was watching a movie called Roadhouse. I don't know if anyone ever seen that movie with Patrick Swayze.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a tyrant in town named Brad Wesley who pretty much had the whole town. And he did whatever he wanted to do to people in the town until at the end, they got together with their rifles and guns and blew his ass away. And right before they blew him away, they told him, this is our fucking town.
Mm-hmm. So what are we going to do? So when are we going to do this about YouTube? I was just going to say, when are we going to do the same shit in YouTube?
Yeah. We got to get together. Whatever we got to do, call them in on somebody's channel, Discord. I don't give a fuck where it is. I'll be there. Let me know. And we need to devise a strategy.
Matter of fact, I want everybody to do this. If you're listening to the Faulkner man's voice, I say we call a town hall meeting with everybody who's worth half a fart and 3/4 of a leg in YouTube and do a goddamn town hall meeting tonight. What say ye, Max?
I'm fine with it. We can do it on my channel. I don't give a fuck.
I said
something's got to be done.
Even hell, I'll even sit down and talk to Cynthia G.
Yeah, I don't give a damn. We meet in the fucking Cheerio box.
I really don't. Yeah. This shit is ridiculous.
This shit got to stop.
I've even said this many a times. I have a fundamental difference to Cynthia G. No secret about it. But I refuse to let somebody dox her, get her personal information, and fuck her personal life up. I don't stand for that shit. We need to stop being cowards. We need to stop being cowards. What time do you want to do this town hall meeting?
We could do it around, let me see, around about, my wife gets home, she'll probably be home a little late tonight. A little after she gets home, around about 9, I'll be free. So I got some things. I usually don't be on right now. I'm usually working and doing stuff, because, Charles, we men, we do shit. You know what I'm saying? So when I'm doing my what I have to do, I'll be ready around about 8, 9, something like that, and then we can start the shit. Matter of fact, I'll put the title "Town Hall Meeting."
I want to bring everybody. Bring Nas, bring Tyler, Bring Taz, I'm not.
Everybody, man, get the word out. Y'all get the word out that we having a town meeting tonight on the Overdrive 3G. Everybody who is
Yeah,
somebody,
bring
please
BGS,
come.
bring whoever we need to settle this
Every
shit.
fucking body.
Because something's
This
got
shit
to
has
be
got to
done.
stop before somebody's child get abducted, brutalized, tortured, and murdered.
Because I don't want to be the guy who's got to be on some vigilante shit. Okay.
This ain't no fucking game. So we will have the meeting tonight. Hold on, I think somebody else is up. Hold on one second, let me double check. Yeah, everybody, welcome to Cerulean, Commander Cerulean Gray. We pissed the fuck off in here, man.
Where they choosing the chat.
Yeah, we're gonna have a town meeting tonight here on Overdrive. Tell everybody it's going down tonight. We're gonna talk about what the fuck we can do to stop this shit before somebody's child or son or whatever gets murdered or abducted, somebody's mother, grandmother gets hurt. We got to put a stop to this shit.
Yeah, you know it's funny, Max, that these derelict Negro males think this shit is a game.
It's not.
They really do. Like 9 years ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
Before I had to become the heir apparent and hold down the family. I'd have been in your city on your ass. See, that's why sometimes it makes me angry when people try to stop me from doing something clandestine. And I know that certain people like get on the road. They think it's a joke until it's not. Until they're getting abducted themselves. And it being used as an example for a snuff film.
Right.
You know, the organization that I used to work with, we used to do this with the suspected white supremacists, terrorists that we knew were in government, they were on the police force, they were in the fire department, they were in the schools. We would oust their information. So people would be on the lookout to know who they're dealing with. I have not seen this derelict Negro male as of yet. Oust a single white supremacist. I have not seen a derelict Negro male as of yet. Oust a white elite. Or a black gatekeeper. I haven't seen them done it yet. That's what angers me.
Mm-hmm.
See, children are the true innocents of the world. And then when the derelict Negro male is finding his teeth on the ground or getting shot down in the street like a dog, and then you wonder why the community says that piece of shit deserved it. Look at what this Negro is doing. Look at what these Negroes are doing. You think they deserve empathy? You think they deserve sympathy? You think they deserve compassion? They deserve death, truly. I guess we forgot that we were living in an environment, not even of our own creation. I guess we forgot that we were living amongst white supremacist terrorists who are always committing microaggressions. 52,000 Black DC girls abducted. More than 320,000 Black children go missing every year. You understand? That's 300 times the number of Black men that kill each other. 300%. Just recently, incidents all over the United States. Women, little girls getting abducted from Uber and Lyft drivers, being shuffled into the human trafficking rings. This is what I mean whenever this shit begins with men. It begins and it ends with us. You can't put that all on Black men? Yes, the fuck I can. And you would cry about Black women having some kind of higher moral standard while you have none of your own. This is what angers me. Truly, they deserve death. You would compromise your own future or the future of people that look like you and I because you don't like what they're saying on YouTube. And then they wonder why I call them derelicts. You know why I say it? It's because I know what hurts these niggas' souls. You wonder why you women don't fucking respect you. Look at what the fuck you do. You wonder why men of stature don't respect you. Look what the fuck you do. You wonder why you're disrespected in the real world? See, I know what it is. You don't get no respect in the real world. You're walked on. You're treated like shit, no matter how many degrees you have, no matter how much money you have. You're walked on. And then the one place where you can find, or you think you can find some solace, some respite from the struggle of every day living under the thumb of white supremacy. Now you want to come to the internet where you think that you have some solace. And then what happens? You run into the Negroes that remind you of the reality you're living in every day, and you don't like it. You want to escape. You want that faint noise in the back of your mind to be silenced. Oh, but it's not enough for you to just block it out. No, you have to try to humiliate publicly the people that are pushing those messages. Because you hate being reminded of reality. You hate being reminded of your dereliction. See, that's the reason why we're not just blocking trolls. See, because the new YouTube standards that just came out and are in full effect and enforced? From now on, we want you to go even further. They come trolling your channels. They come trolling your chat rooms. We want you to press the flag on harassment. And the reason why it's so perfect is because once that comment gets flagged and reported, every single time, it doesn't matter whose channel they're on, trolling with those comments, see, the algorithm picks up. See, those comments, they could have all of the little clone accounts that they want. But see, where YouTube traces it back to is that IP. So whenever the case against you does happen, someone does want to press criminal charges, well, if you read the fine print on YouTube standards, those flags, those reports, YouTube never gets rid of those. So you go into somebody's chat, you go into somebody's comment section, you think you're being clever, you think you're being funny. Those could be come back posthumously to be used as evidence against you. See, because I have people who love me that tell me all the time, don't go out there to California and beat this person up. You're not going to prove anything. You got a family here that loves you. Don't go out there to Philadelphia and punch this guy in the face and break his fucking jawbone because you have people that love you. Don't go out to Portsmouth, Virginia and torture this guy until he's begging for death. No, don't go out there and do that. But see, now that YouTube is catching up, and the more and more that this message is pressed, you can see day in, day out, YouTube and other social media platforms, they're starting to converge on this one thing, and that is freedom of information, freedom of speech. And the reason why is because people like Mark Zuckerberg and others had to face down congressional hearings, congressional panels of judges and senators to explain why they are censoring some and permitting others. And what that did was it caused a change in the way these social media platforms decide on and execute policy. And so now whenever you're harassing people, I want you to keep laughing when the sheriffs or U.S. Marshals or FBI's cyber crimes division comes and knocks on your door. I want you to keep that smile. I want you to keep that same nonchalant kind of swagger about you. And when someone anonymous to us does come and visits you at your door, who is not from a law executing body, i.e. a private citizen, comes kicking in your door with a fucking bat or a gun, I want you to keep that same smile. I want you to do it live too, so that you can show YouTube land that you wasn't scared. They came to my house. See, what you don't know is Charles and I have connections all over the United States. Max, connections all over the United States. Jay Shine, connections all over the United States. We're not just local. We're not just regional. We're national. There ain't no telling when an asset will come knocking on your door or kicking it in and making a fucking world star hip hop video with your pain. Oh, and this really happens. I can't wait for you to dox me. And when the person that you think that I am, right, gets the alert, oh, he's gonna come see you when you think you're safe.
And let me say this, Commander. And you know, tonight, when we had this town meeting or YouTube meeting or YouTube street meeting, whatever the hell you want to call it, understand this. We're not coming together to talk. We're coming together to create a solution that we have every fucking intention of deploying. Because the only thing these motherfuckers understand is action.
Oh,
So when we come here tonight, it ain't gonna be about no bullshit. We coming together to fucking do something. Go ahead, Commander.
I mean, yeah. When we have certain assets, right? And it's so funny because a lot of these things can be crowdfunded. Oh, because the private individual that will come and see you, they will be incentivized to cause maximum amount of pain on you. It's going to let you know that. And who's ever in your vicinity, they will not give a fuck about. Because you want to compromise children, your children will be at risk. I'm not playing with this. So you better have all of the people that you care about out of harm's way whenever they do come. I'm not playing with this. Because everybody thinks it's funny until it's not. You all think it's funny until it's not. It's always a joke until it's real. Always a joke until it's real. It's always so crazy because there's so many times where I've had an altercation with a person, and as soon as shit gets real, they want to play victim to the police. But we're going to bypass all of that. That's all I'm going to say about that. I'm not going to go too much more in depth. Ever. You're not going to get another warning. One day, you're just going to look up and have the back end of your jaw. And I'm going to make sure that it's done live so that you can apologize to all of YouTube land. Thus saith Gray. Never know. Might catch me somewhere off on Sunset Boulevard. Or might catch a friend of mine. It doesn't really matter. Because a lot of these dudes, they talk real tough online. And you know that they're wimps behind the scenes because you know how they talk in real life. Yeah. Something has been done. I think our next concerted effort should be to create an action network, a national action network that can drop on anyone's location at a moment's notice. You know, I've always been an advocate for strike teams around the United States.
All right, man. I'll start talking. Let's see if Charles want to say something before we get out of here, Commander. Charles, you there? Let's give him a minute. And yeah, I want everybody to spread the word. We will be meeting back here tonight around 9, a little bit after 9. Tell everybody that you can come over here, and we're going to come together as Black people, and we're going to fucking do something about this shit before somebody's child come up missing. I don't give a damn about how you feel about me or my colleagues or how we feel about you. It ain't about that. It's about us as Black people coming together, protecting our own. That's what it's going to be about tonight. So if you're about that life, if you're about being Black, to come here tonight and join with us to find a solution to run these motherfuckers off of social media. Period.
See, I've always been an advocate for having our own strike teams, our own militias around the United States. Mm-hmm. See, I've been focused on a soft solution for Black America. Like if you really look at the Great Faulkner Initiative, that's actually the softer long-term way where you can come into power. However, we see that one of our major problems is like racism, white supremacy, disadvantages. Is this Daryl? Is this derelict male? See, because this derelict Negro male, especially here in YouTube land or in other social media areas, right? See, we have to have a strike team for citizens arrest and detainment, like a type of a cyber crimes division for ourselves. See, because if the platform that we're using doesn't give a fuck, we have to give a fuck. We have to give a fuck about each other. I think that should be our next major campaign to create a Black cyber crimes division. one that is incentivized specifically to deal with people who think that they are safe trolling, doxing, compromising the personal information of people within the community. You know, people that have real lives where their livelihood is compromised, which ultimately affects the children and the families that they have to provide for. And so I think a Black Cyber Crimes Division should be our next major campaign. However, I'm not going to ask you to volunteer. In fact, inside of the Great Faulkner Initiative, you can create your own type of security force localized in your own area. Oh, it's towards the end of the Great Faulkner Initiative. That part about organizing. Because whatever you build, you're ultimately going to have to protect. And we have a fiduciary responsibility to protect those that we give a fuck about.
I agree. And no great black shark. It's not just about meeting with the Black Brain Trust. It's about meeting with everybody. This is about black people. This is about us doing something to help our own people. If we can't come together about anything else, let's at least come together about this. All our children are at risk. All our families are at risk. With these kind of rabid mad dogs out here, we're all at risk. So let's at least unify this one time about this and do something about it.
You got over 300 thousand children that go missing. The reason why they've gone missing is because somewhere down the line their information was compromised. There's a reason why, right? There is a federal law, and all 50 states have local laws that protect children. That's the reason why whenever there is a juvenile victim of a crime, they protect the identity of said children. It's federal law. And the way some of these derelict Negroes are operating as if they are above the law.
So, it is sorely mistaken, Commander.
So what I'm advocating for is a national movement, right, for that salubrious environment. And yes, it is a bit Old Testament. There will be fire and brimstone. There will be gnashing of teeth. There will be broken bone. You compromise the livelihood of a family. You compromise the livelihood of the children. And so, yes, that's going to be our next major campaign.
All right, everybody. I don't know, Charles, but I have to close it down right now. I got somewhere to go. Me and the commander will be back tonight. Everybody think about what we said. Be a part of the solution. Don't be a part of the problem by not doing nothing. Be a part of it, at least show up and listen. Lend your 2 cents. Let's come together and deal with this. We have rabid dogs out there who don't have any regard for life. Let's show them that we give a damn about the lives they don't care about. So until then, we'll see you guys back here tonight after 9. Hopefully see all of you here, much, much more. Like I said, spread the word. We're having a town meeting tonight on the Overdrive 3G, a little bit after 9, whether it be what do you want to call it, a town meeting, a YouTube meeting, I don't care what the fuck it is. Just be here and let's get this taken care of. Any last words, Commander, before we get out of here?
Negative.
All right, everybody. We'll see you back then. Hoorah. We are the Gray Regime. We are the Gray Regime, and we are out.